Bill O'Reilly here, Monday, October 11th, 2021. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening today in America. Thousands of troops remain unvaccinated as the deadline looms. Donald Trump rallies in Iowa. Nancy Pelosi meets the Pope. California mandates gender-neutral toy sections. Also ahead, another bad look for President Biden. But first, tens of thousands of U.S. service members remain unvaccinated as the Pentagon's first deadline approaches. 90% of the Navy fully vaxxed, compared to just 72% of the Marines. The mandate kicks in for most military branches on November 28th. Anti-vax also affecting first responders. Seattle may fire 40% of the entire police department for refusing the medicine. Donald Trump returning to Iowa for the first time since the 2020 election. The former president addressing a rowdy crowd at the state fairgrounds in Des Moines, blasting Joe Biden on the border, Afghanistan, the economy, and crime. Latest polls show 53% of voters in Iowa would support Mr. Trump in 2024, compared to just 37% who favor Biden. He also, Trump that is, teased a new slogan, "Make America Great Again, again." Pope Francis granting Nancy Pelosi a private meeting in Vatican City. The exchange taking place as some religious leaders want the church to deny liberal politicians who support abortion the sacrament of Holy Communion. Speaker Pelosi and President Biden, both practicing Catholics, oppose any limits at all on the procedure. The Pope, of course, disagrees, telling priests, quote, "Abortion is murder." California Governor Newsom signing a new law requiring retailers to implement gender-neutral toy sections. Beginning in 2024, stores with more than 500 employees can no longer have separate aisles for boys and girls' toys. The colors pink and blue canceled. Companies who refuse will face a $250 fine per complaint. Supporters say the measure will stop the shops from reinforcing outdated stereotypes. More insanity from the woke in California, more fascism from Newsom. In a moment, Joe Biden looking away from violence and murder. Right back. My trusted technology research executive, Jeff Brown, has a must-see video out right now called The Great Reset. This reset has been in the works since 2015. Now the circumstances are just right, and it appears to be coming to fruition. So please pay attention, because in Jeff's briefing, he will show us exactly what's going on, the proof, and how we can best prepare. He'll also give us the name of an investment he believes we must own if we hope to have any chance at preserving our hard-earned cash. In fact, if you buy it soon, he's convinced you could be one of the select few Americans who could see their nest egg double just from this one single asset. We may be about to witness the greatest financial shift in the history of America with the Great Reset. So, prepare now. Go to jeffbrowntech.com. That's jeffbrowntech.com. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. Another puzzling political situation. Perhaps the most incompetent president in American history arrived in Chicago last week to encourage Windy City residents to vax up. Joe Biden was on a mission to save lives, he said. He was looking out for the folks. He is the COVID slayer. Longtime Chicago journalist John Cass was outraged as Biden met with Mayor Lori Lightfoot and Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker. Obsessed with the vaccine, the president failed to address the slaughter of primarily black people on the streets of Chicago. The violence has been going on for decades, and the Democratic machine that controls the city doesn't care if young black children become homicide stats, as 7-year-old Serenity Broughton did a few weeks ago. Serenity and her 6-year-old sister, Aubrey, were sitting in their parents' car when the bullets suddenly came. Aubrey was shot in the chest but survived. Serenity was murdered. Joe Biden most likely doesn't know about the little girls and, based upon his rhetoric and actions, couldn't care less. What he should know is that Democrat prosecutors in the nation's 3 largest cities, New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago, routinely drop felony charges against violent individuals. Ask any cop in those cities. The law enforcement strategy embraced by the progressive movement is directly leading to thousands of violent deaths across the country, and that is a fact. So where is President Biden on the issue? Nowhere. That's where. He's too busy calling his own country a racist place to actually deal with real racism, the horrendous murder toll among African Americans. Joe Biden doesn't have to think about that, safe in his Rehoboth Beach enclave. He can't see the drug gangs wielding weapons from his cloister inside the White House. In fact, Mr. Biden is totally blind on just about every serious problem the nation has. He's not alone. Governor Pritzker, a corpulent poser with a bad dye job, has run Illinois into the ground. This year alone, 185 people have been shot driving on Chicago expressways. But Pritzker is safe. He has a state police escort. Biden and his band of progressive deconstructionists are gravely harming all Americans. The collapse of public safety on the streets and at the border is obvious if you want to look. But Joe Biden doesn't want to look. He's too busy doing what his far-left handlers tell him to do, too befuddled to actually run the country in an effective way. He is truly a man with his eyes wide shut. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by actually writing it. For more honest news analysis, please visit BillO'Reilly.com. And also, I hope you check out my book, Killing the Mob, available everywhere. In a moment, something you might not know. Are you looking for your next investment? Bill O'Reilly here. There are 7 reasons to look at the NRIA Real Estate Development Fund. Monthly cash flow payouts of 10% annualized. Bonuses to 21% targeted. They strategically locate in lower risk, high demand areas people want to move to. New construction is short on supply. Real estate affords diversification and safety from stock market risk. Their short and long-term strategy provides for steady returns right now. NRIA is an industry leader with a 15-year proven track record. So, if you've been sitting on the sidelines or want to diversify, start your due diligence at nria.net. Or you can call 800-800-1414. That's easy. 800-800-1414.
An offer of securities is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. 46 years ago today, a Canadian-born writer launched a new comedy show on NBC. The broadcast featured a guest host, 2 musical performances, and clocked in at 90 minutes long. Saturday Night Live had arrived. Beginning in 1965, NBC ran the Best of Johnny Carson on Saturday evenings. In 1974, the aging Carson wanted the program to run on Fridays so he could take the day off. So, Lorne Michaels pitched an idea to NBC to fill the Saturday time slot. The concept got the green light and Michaels went to work. He recruited National Lampoon writer Cornelius Crane Chase, better known as Chevy, to lead the crew, followed by Midwest comedians John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd, and Gilda Radner. On October 11th, 1975, Saturday Night Live debuted, starring guest host George Carlin. Critics immediately panned the program. Concerned parents claimed the material promoted drugs, premarital sex, and undermined the American political system by disrespecting the president, Gerald Ford. Despite a slow start, SNL achieved a cult following among younger viewers. Within 2 years, more than 12 million people tuned in each week. Since its debut, SNL has launched dozens of stars, including Chase, Bill Murray, Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock, Adam Sandler, Jimmy Fallon, on and on. At least 24 original sketches were turned into Hollywood movies, like The Coneheads, Wayne's World, and The Blues Brothers. From Ray Charles to Nirvana, the world's biggest musicians have appeared on Saturday Night Live. The most controversial was singer Sinead O'Connor, who desecrated a picture of the Pope to protest the Catholic Church. And here's something else you might not know. Despite its reputation and long history, fans are now abandoning the show somewhat. Ratings for this year's opening episode of SNL plunged 35% compared to last year. Just 3.5 million viewers tuned in for the least watched premiere in SNL history. Back after this. Fellow Americans, Bill O'Reilly here. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's noticed the state of our great nation has changed dramatically, and with it, the world's rock-solid confidence in the U.S. dollar. Thanks to our government's out-of-control spending, many believe we'll see dark days ahead for the dollar. That's why today millions of Americans are putting a portion of their savings in gold and silver. And with their sterling reputation, American Hartford Gold is the only company I am happy to put my name behind. All it takes to get started is a short phone call, and they'll have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA. Plus, tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they'll give you up to $1,500 of free silver on your first order. Call 877-444-GOLD-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. That's 877-444-GOLD-GOLD or text GOLD to 65532. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.